Taking a look at Premonition today from 2007, starring Sandra Bullock, a mystery thriller film. This one,
Is one of my top. It's one of my top favorites.
so you blew your load early.
It makes me. I have no control. It's one of those movies that I never not watch it. If I see it, if I'm channel surfing, I don't care if it's like 10 minutes left. I'm watching it.
Well, this is one of her favorite movies of all time, so I guess we'll see you guys in the next one.
Sorry, I was
I'm just
excited.
playing. Yeah,
It happens.
yeah, we have this is a mystery thriller, and our plot synopsis here is Linda Hansen, played by Sandra Bullock, has a beautiful house, a loving husband, and two adorable daughters. Her life is perfect until the day she gets the devastating news that her husband, Jim, who's played by Julian McMahon, has died in a car accident. When she wakes up the next morning to find him alive and well, she assumes it was all a dream. Or was it? Suddenly, her perfect life is turned upside down as she begins a desperate scramble to save her family and uncover the truth. Racing against time and fate, Linda will stop at nothing to discover the true meanings of reality and destiny. What I found, what it's not even about the film; it's about the audience response to this movie. This movie has an 8% on
That's
Rotten
wild
Tomatoes,
to me.
like an 8. Like, are you kidding me?
That's wild to me.
Are you fucking? That means like everything about this movie has to be awful.
Right.
Like it has to have piss poor cinematography, which there is points in this movie where it's not great, but there is some good cinematography in this movie too. That means like the acting has to be shit, the story, the plot has to be complete garbage. Like an 8%. Like I think Curse of Michael Myers has like a 9, and I don't understand why it has a 9. Like I could see this movie maybe having like a 20 or something on Rotten Tomatoes, but an 8, like that would be like considered like one of the worst movies ever made, and this definitely is not that. I actually really liked this movie, though I do have a lot of problems like with it. I think that it's a really cool concept.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a phenomenal concept.
It's a concept that's been done before. If you've seen Groundhog Day or you've seen Memento, or
yeah, but it gives a new flavor.
It does.
A new concept to the same concept.
Yeah, and the only problem, like the biggest problem I have with it is there's a lot of people that are going to watch this or have watched it, and I don't think they were really truly paying attention.
Yeah, because there's a lot of dots to connect. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, and they're scattered, and you have to...
It can get overwhelming, too.
Yes, because you have to pay attention because the whole movie is just connecting dots.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, to me, this kind of reminded me of the movie The Number 23 with Jim Carrey, except this is a way better movie than that.
Yes.
This is a way better movie than The Number 23 with fucking Jim Carrey. That movie is a pile of shit. This wasn't a pile of shit, but this... I mean, every review I've seen of this movie online is bad. And I don't
get it.
So basically, you have Sandra Bullock, and she, like, there's like this supernatural type of... There's a part where she goes to bed at night, and then you see, like, this... in the tree line, this like light that appears, which indicates that it's like something supernatural, or it's some not supernatural, but it's something. It doesn't
like
clear
a cue.
Like a cue, and then she wakes up with different clothes on, and her husband's alive now, like and well, and it's a lot of just going back and forth. Like each segment of the movie.
Every time she wakes up, she's in a different part of the week.
Yeah,
and it's not in like order at all.
No, it's kind of like Memento, except Memento was just purely in reverse.
Yeah.
Where this movie kind of just hops around, like
it's random
from point A to point D, then to point B, then to point W, then to this, here, there. Like it's very overwhelming and very confusing. So I think that a lot of these people that gave this movie a bad review probably didn't watch it a second time. I will watch it a second time. I've seen bits and pieces of it on TV before, but what are some?
Yeah, you can't just watch it. Like, there's no watching it in multiple settings because you're gonna forget and you're not gonna keep up. Like, you have to be focused and watched it. Like,
what are some of your like thoughts, like brainstorm wise? Like,
I love the way they set the movie up. I love that there were like some legit deja vu moments. I
Mhm.
love that they repeated some of the scenes verbatim.
Yeah.
Like, I love how accurate, the grief was portrayed and how they kind of put a couple different possible spins, like, with each step along the way of the story. Like, the suspense built so accurately. Like,
I
you
agree.
never know what direction it's going to go in, because it could go supernatural, it could go psychological, it could go like, memory loss. Like, you never know what. Like, and even at one point, it could have went spiritual because she was at the church talking to the pastor and stuff. So, like, priest, whatever. So it's like it keeps you on the edge of it keeps you drawn in, it keeps you engaged.
I agree.
And it does. It pulls on your emotion because you're like, what the fuck, man? Like, oh my gosh.
Well,
and then the reveals of things, it hits. Like, this movie was done. It's fantastic.
I think, okay, there's a lot of people that say that the biggest complaint with this movie that it's boring. I didn't find it boring at all. I found it, like, very engaging.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's some shitty moments. Like, there's some bad cinematography. Like, the scene where she is at the funeral and they pull up in the hearse and they've got the corpse.
But you know why they did that.
I understand, but I'd rather, like, instead of just, like, I couldn't tell, like, when the coffin fell and it was just like this, it looked like, like
a basketball just.
Yeah, that and the camera is so goddamn shaky. Like, I could not tell what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, they
apparently he was
like
decapitated in the accident, and his head rolled on. I didn't get that from the movie. I just saw something hit the ground, and then the camera is just.
Yeah.
Like, if I'd have rather just seen her reaction. No.
Yeah.
So there's some pretty shit cinematography, and I do think the cinematography might be the weakest aspect, because I think this movie looks kind of. It doesn't look very good. Like, it looks kind of trim and drab, and
I think it's supposed to.
It's probably supposed to. But to me, it just kind of it was very off-putting. But I think
I think it fits the tone and the message, like what it is.
I want to touch base on the grieving aspect of this movie. Like you said, you had a lot to say about that.
Yeah, like it does. It like from someone who's dealt with grief, like it really does. Get like, because you feel like you're losing your mind when you experience a huge loss like that suddenly,
which I have.
You lose all aspects of reality, and well, it's easy to, not that you have to, but it's so easy to just get lost and not know where you are, who you are, what day it is. So I think they really got that aspect down.
Yeah.
And I don't like the way they did. Well, I mean, they did it very well, but how they show, like, people in those moments, they get committed because, and especially in this storyline, like, she had a premonition. She had a feeling that it was going to happen. She saw it happen. She couldn't explain it. They thought she was crazy then. Then it happened. And they thought she was crazier then. So it's like, just, I feel like it's got a little bit of like a victim's advocacy kind of touch to it. And I appreciate that. I like that aspect of the movie, and how, everybody thought she was crazy until,
Yeah.
And then at the end, like, she's like, fuck it, whatever, fuck all these people. I can be crazy. It happened, whatever, I'm moving the fuck on,
Yeah.
I like that.
I thought the mom, like, her mother in this movie was evil, getting her put in that fucking asylum.
Well, she just didn't get it. Like, she wasn't evil. She just didn't. And I mean, I get it as a mom. Like, if my kid came to me and told me some shit like that, I'd be like, oh, well, let's get you at least an evaluation, But I wouldn't just, me as a mom, like, I'd be like, okay, let's look at the evidence. What can we, like, but I don't know. Like, I just think she didn't trust her kid and didn't believe her, and, but I get it from, like, a legality standpoint in the movie. Like, your kid has cuts on her face, and you don't know how they got there. And the husband had just called the mom, talking about she needs a break. And then, so the mom was already coming before the death.
Which, spoiler alert, she runs through the fucking, the glass door.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you saying? Sorry.
So the mom already was coming in preparation that my kid's not doing that great.
Yeah.
She's overwhelmed, and then the death happens, and so I mean, you can get why she would feel that way, but at the same time, like, y'all could have, she wasn't, they could have just been like, look, this is what day it is. This is, you know, like, if they would have been paying more attention, I feel like they could have helped her.
Yeah.
Like, if they were grief aware, you know.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess some more of my feelings on it. I do think some of the flaws with the movie, it feels, and I'm sure it's probably supposed to feel this way. To me, it doesn't matter if it was intended to. It didn't work for me. Mm-hmm. Is that it's so all over the goddamn place to the point where it's too much. Like, I understand it's supposed to be like this Groundhog Day, and she fucking...
That's why
Groundhog Day-esque type of...
It gets better the more times you watch it, because, like, you already know what's going to happen, and you're able to enjoy it more.
I was definitely surprised by the way this movie ended. I thought that it was a really solid ending, and...
They committed.
They really did.
Yeah. Because you almost think that you get to, like... It keeps hope alive to the bitter end. And then
Then you hear that fucking semi-truck at the very end.
Literally chops its head off.
On him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought, like, there were so many, when that scene was transpiring, I thought that there were so many different possibilities. Like, I thought, is she going to not be paying attention and run him over on the side of the road? But then again, that wouldn't have explained why he was decapitated. And I think that a lot of this movie does explain, like, I've seen criticism of this movie that gets a lot of, like, there's plot holes and stuff. I don't think that there's plot holes. Like, it explains.
Yes, it explains.
Like, all the stuff that explains everything.
Even down to the bird. Like.
And then you get people say, well, I don't like the explanation. You don't have to like the explanation, but I mean, it is an explanation. You don't have to like it, but it's an explanation.
You don't have to agree with it.
Yeah. And that's where I think people, like, they can't separate their opinions from the objectivity of the movie. Like, the movie objectively explains everything.
Yeah.
Everything, like, that's considered a plot hole is explained. There were so many things that, like, while I was watching the movie, is plot holes, and then I started realizing that the movie was going to take time to explain those things. Therefore, I didn't have a problem with it.
It's rare that you see a movie that connects every relevant, like, there's not an irrelevant thing in there.
It's bad
that they don't touch back on.
I expected not to like this movie either.
Yeah.
I expected fully not to enjoy this, and I did, yeah. Like I said, I have some issues with it, but
yeah,
just because I got some issues and there's some flaws in it doesn't mean I don't like it.
But then the greatest thing is, like, at the end where you see where she saw it happen, you understand why she lost her fucking mind.
Yeah.
Because first, and it makes you question, did she
almost
really...
has like a dissociative disorder.
Yeah, that's a traumatic event. And so you wonder,
the movie
was it really a
premonition?
Perfectly. Was it a premonition? Or and then there's certain elements in the movie when, like, it starts to become like, did she orchestrate it because she found out that he was cheating or possibly cheating? Like, even whenever she wrote, like, Jim dies on the calendar on Tuesday, and he died on Wednesday, like, I get it.
She's clearly got some kind of dissociative disorder. I wonder if just all the flip-flopping around was just in her own head, or there actually was, like, this.
Exactly.
So that's part of the mystery of the movie, too.
And it really
It's not just finding out, like, you know, like, when her husband's going to die. It's... Like, it's the mystery of, is this going on in her head, or is this legit? There's a mystery there, and it's very ambiguous, too.
Yes, and it's like the whole movie is chasing, like, how crazy she really is.
Yeah.
You know, and...
There's no doubt in my mind she saw her husband get killed. There's no doubt in my mind. Like,
see, I was shocked the first time I saw it, when I saw her see it happen, it shocked me because I'm like, oh, damn. Because I remember that at the beginning of the movie, they said it happened yesterday, but we just got, we just got around to telling you now.
Yeah.
And to know that she had already known that, like, that was a huge reveal for me. The first time I watched it, I was like, oh, damn. Like, they hid that very well. But once you saw it, you understood, like, okay, that's why she went so far.
Yeah.
And, and it never really says if, like, she told anybody. I'm assuming not. Maybe she did, it didn't. But, like, she's living with that, and nobody else knows that she saw that. Like, that's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
And the movie, to me, it's quite clear on the message that it's trying to convey.
And it sucks because they were probably gonna forgive and make it, like, move away and live happily ever after. But fucking fate.
Fate. This movie, I think it definitely touches base on her, like, losing her faith in God and stuff like that, too, I think.
And it makes you question, like, had she not got the premonition, would he still be here? Because she was the reason he got hit. Because she was chasing the premonition, and she told him to turn around. He was in the road because she was there. Mm-hmm. She was there because she had the premonition, and she found what day it was. Like, she figured it gave very much Final Destination vibes.
Yeah, it did have have a Final Destination vibe. It's like almost like Memento, Groundhog Day, Final Destination, and like the number 23 or something.
With like
that,
a little,
that movie sucked.
A
as
little
I said
bit
earlier.
of the Gothica play on. Like,
yeah, I can see that.
Did she set it up or whatever? Like,
so I'm not gonna give it points for originality because, like, I'm not gonna give it points for that. I'm giving it points because
I would, because it's a different take on the same concept. Like,
yeah, and I think that this movie, I think the critics are wrong about it. Like,
oh, absolutely.
I think they just weren't paying attention. Because
Yeah.
I've read some of these critic reviews, and there's some of the most, like, just bare bones. It was confusing. I didn't like it.
Yeah, and it is a complex movie. Like, you've got to have a complexity and be able to focus to enjoy it, to even
if you didn't
follow
have if my thing is that you're a hypocrite if you didn't have a problem with it in Memento, but you have a problem with it here. That's to me, like, to me, you're a hypocrite for that. Because, like, no, this is nowhere near as good of a movie as Memento. Like, in my opinion, Memento is like an all-time favorite of mine. This, I think, is a good movie, though.
Just in different genres.
We can have a debate about that later.
Maybe. I think this has more of a romance overlay than that one did, because that one was just kind of revenge.
Well, that was more like a neo-noir movie, and this was just like a mystery thriller. But, I mean, like, conceptually, this and Memento have a lot in common with the everything not being in order. And, so, to me, like, there is just, I mean, like, I can't give, like, a straightforward, like, review of this because there's so much. There's this hilarious scene in this movie where this kid runs through the fucking...
I know, it's horrible. He cackled at this baby falling through.
Yeah, I rewound it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, he did. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was absolutely fucking hilarious.
My mom heart was like, oh my God.
But it explained it explained the scars, which, okay, I was looking for an explanation because it was just kind of random. And, like, all this is just this... A lot of people's problem with the movie is that this random shit just hits you in the fucking face.
And then explain...
But they didn't take the time to fucking watch... Like, I'm like, a lot of these people, I'm like, did you guys watch the whole movie? Or did you just cut it off at a certain point? And
yeah. And I get that. Like, it does introduce a lot of random facts and then ties it together later. So, like, I get it. If you don't have patience with movies... I
did see one review for it, and this guy was like, so I only watched the first half hour of the movie, and here's what I think. Before I showed it off. I'm like, in my opinion, in order to leave a fucking review of the movie, you should, watch the whole fucking thing.
finish it.
It explains everything. I don't get the fucking hate for this movie.
Yeah.
Especially now, like this has always been one that have always heard is like one of the worst movies ever made.
I think it's one of Sandra Bullock's best roles.
This is one of her best performances.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal in this movie.
Never did I ever think I would hear you say those words with that name.
Yeah, because in the past I never was a huge Sandra Bullock fan, but I'm slowly becoming one. This is definitely a small budget movie, and
it doesn't need that much.
No, it needed that one A-list name, which was
yeah.
Sandra Bullock, and the movie's just centered around her. The kids are fucking annoying, in my opinion, but kids are annoying in almost every fucking movie. Mm-hmm. All they do is whine, and I don't like that. It was kind of like with No Escape. All those kids did was fucking whine. That same thing with these kids.
We don't share the same opinions on kids. I love kids. He is annoyed by kids. I get annoyed by kids, but I love kids. Mm-hmm.
You're weird.
Yep.
So all in all, like, I know this wasn't a very straightforward review, but you can't really do one for this movie.
Well, no, because it's not a straightforward movie.
No, like I said, it's all over the place, but I do recommend it. If I wouldn't recommend this movie to people that don't have an attention span, like a legit.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't do it.
I wouldn't recommend it to those people. If you want a mindfuck thriller, watch this movie.
Yep.
If you are somebody that enjoyed Memento, watch this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of the same concept, almost.
Yeah.
Like, there's lots of differences, don't get me wrong. But, like, conceptually, this and Memento have a lot in common. So, if Memento was your kind of movie, I definitely would recommend it. My score of this movie, 6.5 out of 10. I liked it. It was a good movie. 10 out of 10 for you. 6.5 for me.
Don't you chuckle at my 10 out of 10. It is a phenomenal
I'm not chuckling
movie.
at it. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I might actually watch it again one of these days.
You should a few times so that you can get the fullness of it.
Hell, I might even upgrade this to Blu-ray if there is a release for. I'm sure there probably is. I would upgrade this to Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fine movie. I didn't think there was anything really wrong with it. Other than maybe its pacing, and it's like it can get too confusing. But see, the reviews I was reading for this movie, I was expecting it to not make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting it to be one of these movies that's just overly convoluted and it didn't make sense. To me, it didn't feel that way to me.
Not at all, because they followed.
Because I was following, like, I was paying attention, like, to things that were going on in the fucking movie. For people, I don't know what people were expecting. Like,
to me, it was
8% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, give me a fucking break.
To me, it was done strategically. It was done perfected. Like,
yeah.
It connected every dot that it set down.
Yeah. So I think this might be the only positive review for this movie on YouTube. So yeah, positive review. I'll give it a 1 thumbs up instead of 2. I'll just give it 1 thumbs up. I really liked it.
I loved it.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we'll cut it off here. And do you got anything you want to add?
No.
You summed up everything?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll see you guys in the next discussion. So, peace.